Alright, what's up my fellow undergeared guildies? It's your boy Afro Nuggets, formerly known as YNH or YNH Force Ghost. You'll see both in Discord and in game. My name, just as well as this YouTube, is Afro Nuggets. Anyway, so I'm going to be performing my Zeffo unlock mission attempt with Seer and Jedi Cal. This is a strategy and modding that I got from Xaereth Prevails Zeffo unlock mission guide. I recommend checking that out. I'll try and put a link in the description below. I've done this attempt like 10 or 12 times, and I've never lost using this modding and strategy. And so with that said, what I'm going to do with this video is first I'll show you the mods that I have, and then I'll show you the stats of the characters, and then we'll actually do the unlock attempt, and then I'll talk about the Seer and Cal's kit and why the modding is the way it is. So without further ado, let's get into Seer's kit here. So you'll see here I have 2 health sets and a defense set. And now speed isn't the biggest thing, but I would still recommend about 10 to 15 on Seer's mods. And if you can get extra health, percent extra defense, that's great. But otherwise you'll see 15 speed here. This is a defense mod, 16, and then all health primaries here. So watch, you're going to see, and then 1 defense primary you'll see here. So 15 speed, health primary. Defense primary, 18 speed, but then you see 10 speed on a health primary, and then 10 speed on a health primary. No need for a speed set with her, and I like to look at the stats like this so you can see how the modding affects it. Essentially, you're giving 34K, so she basically starts at 50K health. We want to bump that up. We're going to ignore the protection. We'll talk about that later. Potency, tenacity, we're getting whatever stats. But most importantly, really, with her is the survivabilities. So you're going to see here armor at 13.1% up to 69.4, and you'll see resistance is at 15.5 up to 54%. So that means she just mitigates some damage. And then in Jedi Knight Cal, you'll see here a potency set and 2 health sets. And you want a little bit more speed, probably, I'm guessing, around between 15 and 20 speed. So what are we looking at here? We got a 21 speed. Here we have a 17 speed here. If you could pick up potency secondaries as well as good speed, that's great. If you can't, whatever. And then you'll see health set here, or I'm sorry, health primary here on a potency set. 16 speed. You'll see 25 speed on this potency primary. So you want a potency primary. And then everything else health. You'll see here health at 17 speed and health at 21 speed. So let's see what that all entails. So we're looking at 117 bonus speed, so 266 total. You'll see the health, we got up to 100,000. That's what we're looking for, 100K health. That's great. Damage, we don't care. Potency, this is big. See, I brought it up because he's only at like 23% potency. We brought it up to 70%. That's what we're looking to do. Don't really care. I mean, offense, the way his kit works, we'll see. It's not that important. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to our Zeffo unlock attempt. Here we go. So I already cleared this, by the way, so you guys know I cleared this with both Mag Cache and most importantly with In Sacred Skies, that I can do what I am about to do, which is go rogue. Oh no, we're going to disobey the order, we're going rogue. Here we go. Alright, so obviously there's no going back. Let's go in. Alright, so first and foremost, starting here, we're going to take some attacks. And so we're going to clear the taunt off Probe Droid. And I'm going to come over here. Maybe we'll hit this guy. And we are going to use the first basic. Alright, we got 2 stuns. That's what we're looking for. With Seer, we're just going to use her basic. Cal, again, we're going to clear this off. And then we're going to use the second special. And of course, we're going to highlight Seer. Who else could you highlight here? And then again, Seer just bink. And then Cal's going to clear that taunt over here. Then we're going to come over here. And we're going to hit this dude again. Boom. Oh, we got a triple stun. How great. Alright, now Cal's not ready to kill someone, so we're going to kill the person with more health. So now we're using his insta-kill. Goodbye. Alright, and then her back to her. And then she's just going to use her. Now, if ops were unlocked, okay, so now we're going to go back to windmill here. Or I'm sorry, world, whatever the slam one is, the first special one. There we go, we got that nice stun. And that's where the Omicron comes in handy. So again, we're going to come here, we're just going to cycle back. I don't think this will kill him, so here, snapped back at us, not good, but we survived, no problem. Cal comes here. Again, we're just going to come back. I'm not ready to use that one yet, so we're just going to come here and try to stun these guys up. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to keep coming back and forth. See, I'm just going from special 1, special 2, special 1, special 2, special 1, special 2. Okay. Shooting here. Now, it looks like I'm going to kill him, so I'm going to use this one again. Impetuous Assault. Kill! Yes. Good job. Okay. Phase 2. Alright, so she's coming here. She's just gonna use her basic. She has some nice protection. Take some hits. That's gonna happen. We're gonna clear it off of Probe Droid. And then we're just gonna come over here and we are gonna try and stun everybody. Probe Droid. Okay, he missed. That's great. Here, I still wouldn't recommend using this because they haven't taken enough attempts. She's a little bit hit, but we're okay. Now she's taking a beating. So this is perfect. Watch. We're going to take this off of here, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to focus on Purge Trooper here. We're going to try and give her some protection up. Good. They missed. Alright, now she is going to use, because her health is low, we're going to use this first special. A little bit of protection. Oh, we're getting hit now. This is not what we want to see, so we're going to keep coming here. We're going to come back to our thing. Oh, we just froze Probe Droid. She's going to die. This happens. Then we come here, Purge Trooper. He gets a hit. Impetuous Assault, we kill Second Sister. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Now she's going to use her bomb. Boom! Zeffo mission. There you go. We kept them both alive. You see how I saved that hit for when it mattered most? And look at that. I got you guys some rewards. Look how easy this mission is. Holy moly. That was quicker than I thought it was going to be. I actually figured I'd lose this one since I was actually like recording it. So let's go back. Let's look at kits again. I honestly thought that was going to take a lot longer than it did. So you'll see I have Probe Droid in on this team just for one reason. We're going to look at Probe Droid's kit because it's important for understanding. So first and foremost, I have all the specials, Omicrons on Seer because I use her in Grand Arena. Regardless, honestly, basic, who cares? Accuracy up, but it's only to herself. She doesn't do anything for Cal, honestly, except the only thing she does, when you use this one, whatever these words say, it ends up being 25% bonus protection. And then this one, if you have the Zeta, it's good enough. Because the Zeta, what it does is it gives this massive damage based on the target's health, which is rad. But they have to take X amount of turns, and that's the whole thing, is you have to wait. And then her lead, all it does for Cal, what her lead does for Cal is gives 20% defense, max health, max protection. And then she gets 40% defense, max health, max protection. And then the other thing that she does is for her and Cal, they both get protection up 50%. And this is at the start of each encounter. In fact, this is at the start of each wave. They're going to get protection up. And so this is why you want health. Protection up is based on your max health amount, not on your protection amount. So if you stack her with protection, so what essentially whenever you have protection up, that's the purple thing that goes in front of your protection. You would think logically it's on the protection line that would be based off of your protection, the bonus protection, or I'm sorry, max, what do we call it here? Protection up. Well, protection up is based off of max health for whatever reason. And so you max out her health to get a bigger protection up pool, because 50% will take 50% of her health. So without doing the math, it makes her a lot more tanky if she has her protection up. That means, because if you set her up with protection, it's like you have a small amount of protection up, and then once your protection up goes away and she gets rid of your protection too, then all you have is a small max health pool, and then all you're going to get on top of that is a little bit from Cal, as you'll see. You'll get a little bit more protection up. Her Zeta lead's totally not important. You don't need it for this mission. You really don't need her other Zeta. And then what you're going to see here, and this is kind of an important thing, I think it's in here. Yeah, so she gets 20% defense for each Jedi ally. So remember, she has 40% defense for being an aligned Force user, plus another 20% by being with Cal. So she actually gets 60% defense, hence why we have a defense set with her. And that's why we have health set with her. Now, getting into Cal, you'll see I don't have the Impetuous Omicron. I have the lead Omicron, totally non-applicable here. Totally amazing Omicron, one of my favorite Omicrons I've ever put on a character. You can use him with the biggest junk, but that's with your biggest junk teams, and he cleans house. It's an amazing leadership Omicron for territory battles. But can't use it here. Let's stay on focus. Okay, so the first thing to know about Cal's kit is this is a dispel. And so you use the basic, and then after you use the basic, you get access to the specials. And so as you saw, as I used it, it was like, use the basic to dispel the probe droid. That's what you use it for. Or if to dispel it on maybe the Purge Trooper if you're trying to attack Second Sister, whatever the case may be. Anyway, so now you get into his Whirlwind Slam. I have the Omicron here, and I highly recommend it. And let's look at it. So what happens when you go into Whirlwind Slam is, and this is the reason why I mod him for potency, and this is the reason why Xaereth Prevails recommends to have some potency on it, is because you deal physical damage and you inflict speed down on all enemies, and you're also going to daze all enemies. And see, here's the thing. If you try to keep spanning Whirlwind Slam, you don't get these things right here. You just do the speed down on everyone. So what you want to do is, if you have potency up, because their tenacity, being whatever they are, like, being a territory unit, territory battle unit, their tenacity is ridiculous. And so you need potency, because his base potency is only 23%. You really need to bring it up. I think the recommendation is around 75%. I'm at 70%. I seem to do okay. So what happens if you don't have the Omicron is just speed down, daze down, and then stun the target enemy and give them armor shred. Now, if you have the Omicron, what it does is it's a group. So it's an AoE stun, and it is an AoE armor shred, and it is an AoE daze, and an AoE speed down. So that's pretty amazing. So I guess if you don't have the Omicron, maybe the potency isn't as important, and then I'd say just go health. But at any rate, so the other thing it does, the reason why this Omicron I recommend more than Impetuous Assault, is this gives benefits to Windmill Defense. It actually benefits Special 1 and Special 2. So what it does for Special 2 is it's a heal for Cal. He heals 50% health and 50% protection. And this is where he gives protection up to Seer. So that you saw that I used that at the very end. I put that protection up on Seer, and she was able to absorb, I think, one more shot. So pretty awesome. And then here's what his actual Windmill Defense looks like when you do this one. So it dispels all debuffs on him and Seer, who cares. And then he gains protection up 50%. So with the Omicron, he's actually getting 70% protection up for 4 turns. And then if you're spamming Windmill Defense, you don't get these buffs right here. But if you keep going back and forth in between your specials like I was doing, you're gaining riposte. You're getting protection up again for Cal, so even more protection up. Essentially, this brings it to 90%. And you get retribution, and If, yeah, whatever, that doesn't count, no target ally. And here's the deal, though. This is what makes this special a little bit sketchy. I mean, what's great is coming out of it, you get like defense and stuff like that, but the problem is riposte hits under protection. Riposte will hit under the protection, and if you don't clear the taunt on the probe droid, and you'll see that one time I did, I must have done AoE damage to the probe droid with riposte up on a counter somehow, and what ends up happening is you hit under the protection, and the way probe droid works, little bastard, I'm sure it's the same kid as here, but the self-destruct, it says right here, this ability doesn't get unlocked until, okay, while probe droid has full health, the cooldown of this ability is set to max and can't be reduced. So this ability gets unlocked when his max health gets below full. So by Cal having riposte on windmill defense and counter-attacking, because riposte will only do damage under protection on a counter, so you'll be countering probe droid, you'll hit under his damn protection, and you'll trigger his self-destruct. And self-destruct, if it operates the same way, and this is really important to understand, and this is the reason why health is so important for Seer and Cal, is so he deals massive damage to target enemy. And if I'm remembering right, massive damage is 999,000 or 99,000 damage. Like it's 100k damage, essentially. And so that's why you want to shoot for 100k health. You want to have a good basis of health for both of these characters, especially for Cal, because Cal with his Omicron will heal his health. So you bring her health up too. So at any rate, that's essentially, I believe, all there is to know. If you have any questions, you know, hit me up. But I want to get this video out immediately, so I'm going to upload it right away.